We had a couple that was
Yeah.
in a very similar situation
Kind
to
of makes
this.
me laugh even to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was his culture. It was all he'd ever known, and so, but for us, it was very jarring to kind of be around him in a conversation.
It was, and there was a lot of humor that came out of this
Yeah.
for us, but we got to the point where we said, you know, this is kind of jolting to our spirits, and,
Yeah.
and let's see if we can curb this a little bit. And, you know, we tried the old thing with putting the jar out there, and he's got to put $1 in every time, and that just didn't kind of work in the spirit
We
of
didn't feel
mentoring.
good
and
about it.
yeah, and so it was one of those things where over time he became more sensitive to this situation, this setting.
But it was a slow process. Because,
Right.
you know, what we didn't want to happen was for him to feel self-conscious
Right.
to
In
the point
expressing
that he couldn't be
himself.
himself.
Yeah,
Right.
and-
So we tried to look underneath the language and look at what was really happening. Now, one of the things we did was work with the wife, too. You know,
Right.
how does it make you feel? What are your concerns about his language? You know, do you feel respected?
Right.
And he began to understand that he could make some choices that would show respect to people for whom that wasn't a pleasant thing.
Right, and it's important to kind of
Yeah.
put the topic out there. In this situation that we were working with, this fellow happened to be a police officer, and he said, man, that's just how we talk on the job, and
Yeah.
and just to kind of help us understand his culture a little bit better. It was,
Yeah, because for his culture, that was a connecting thing.
Right.
You know, whereas for us, it kind of shut us down a little bit. And what we tried to do was not use it as a gauge for his character.
Right.
You know, and as a negative thing about him. But we used it as a teaching tool.
right, and we were very careful not to reflect back the same words
Yes,
that he was
exactly.
using just to identify.